Welcome to Find You Fridays. It's me, Lorene. Let's just slowly take that down. Slowly take it down. There we go. We're all good. All right. Now, just dealing with some of these background things. Let's see if see what's happening, because some weirdness. There we go. All right. It's not one platform, it's another. All right. There we go. There's that. Awesome. Fabulous. Okay, let's jump over there. Hi, Melinda. I hope you're having a good day. Come on. Play nice. Thank you. Thank you. Platform. Okay. I'm looking very fuzzy tonight. Oh, fabulous. Oh, I don't know what's different. Let me think. Have I done anything different there? Okay, let's try. Okay, it says it's already in full high definition live in 720. Let's try that. I don't know if that helped. It's very out of focus. How weird, because it's not at my end. I don't know. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Nella. Apparently, I'm very, very fuzzy today. Honestly, I don't know. Let me see what it looks like over on Facebook from my end. Interesting. It is a little bit, isn't it? Okay, let me try one more thing. Otherwise, we're just going to have to deal with the fact that I'm a little bit fuzzy today. I haven't done anything different. Okay. Nope. There's nothing I can do different. How strange. The only thing that I've done different is add an extra light back there. But that's about the only thing I've done different. Tamara said not too bad for her. Okay, good. Oh, well. Anyway, hi. I've got some show and tell for you all. So, some of you who are over on Facebook land, you will have known that I finished this project, and I just wanted to bring it to you all so that you could all see it. I know it's going to be fuzzy, so it's not going to help for some, but here we go. I finally finished the clock. So it took a while to get the hands placed properly and all that sort of stuff, but there we go. The clock, the embroidery ribbon. There we go. Isn't that cool? So happy with that. It's very heavy though. And then today I got two. Oh, good. Don't know what you did, but it's come good, nice and clear now. Oh, great. Fabulous. I'm glad. All right. And then today I did this. How cool is that? Hopefully you guys are seeing that right way around and not reversed. Mirid. So this, of course, is the Australian bottle brush. Bottle brush tree. With the blooms and some of the seed pods. And under here it says Aroha Nui, which means big love in Māori. So this is kind of like a blend of Australian and Kiwi, which is pretty much where I am these days. So this is actually going to go and be a gift for my friend Sarah's mum. My friend Sarah's mum, she does, what's it called? It's kind of like embroidery, but instead of using the thin embroidery threads like I do, I can't remember what it's called at the second, but she does something similar, but with wool. And she's apparently very good at it, done it for many, many years. So I think she'll really appreciate that, because we're going to be staying with my friend Sarah's family for a day or two. So I thought this would be a nice little gift, a handmade gift, and I know she'll appreciate it because she's a crafter herself. So yay. I hope that all comes together nicely and nothing gets broken along the way. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that with you, because I know my friend in Canada is not going to watch this. She's already aware of it, but her mum won't watch it. And her mum doesn't have me on Facebook or anything, so winning. Alrighty, that is our third donation come in for today. Cool. Thank you so much. So the list for today so far is Tamara, Edwina, and then Nella. So if you would be patient, we're going to get through our weekly reading now that I've done some show and tell. I'd love to know, though, while you guys are having a sit and a listen and thinking about what questions you'd like to ask, what have you created this week? I would love to know. Because here's the funny thing. We create all sorts of things. Oh, thank you. Hadn't put that in. We were dealing with the oops, no, it was that way. There we go. With the funny video screen. There we go. So in life, we can create all sorts of things. We can create, as I say, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. So I would love to know, what have you created this week? I've shown you some things that I've created, but I'd love to know, what have you created? Meanwhile, I'm going to get these cards out and start shuffling so that we can figure out what the earth this week to come has in store for us. I know that we have a new moon on Tuesday. I love a new moon. I really love a new moon. New moons are great. All right. And I'm saying that, and I'm not being facetious or sarcastic or anything. I actually really love a new moon. Full moons, they're a bit hard on my system. However, they serve their purpose. They make me slow down. They bring balance, because I can't be running on full ball all the time. That's just not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So let me have a look. We are looking at the 11th through to the 17th. The airplanes were very, very, very busy today while I was doing my embroidery. I was like, good, get it all out the way now. Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, the bottle brush picture, it was something that I saw as an embroidery picture, but I had to then transfer it to paper and then transfer it to the fabric and then stitch it all out. And then the lettering and stuff, that's my own creation out of the top of my head. Fun times. Ooh, and I've done something a little bit interesting. So I have a very keen sense of awareness about different things and different situations and people. And I mean, that's why I have this show, right? And, or this platform, I should say. Either way you like to call it. And with that, it means that I very rarely ask other people for insight into my life, because I've got a very, very good, very, very good checking system. A three-way checking system. It works incredibly well for me. And it's unusual for me to ask anybody to do any insight reading, mediumship, or anything like that. For me, very rare. I could put it probably on one hand how many times I've officially asked. There's times, you know, when I'm chatting with friends or stuff, and we might share the like insights or whatever, but nothing super formal. So there's been a lovely gentleman who I've known for a few years now, and he does do tarot and mediumship. And I just asked him last week, this week, I said to him, so we're just wondering, what are your rates? And he told me, and I was like, awesome. And we had a bit of a discussion, and I've asked for him to book me in a space on Tuesday evening. So I'm really looking forward to that, because every now and then you just kind of require a slightly different outside perspective, don't you? And that's why you guys are here with me, because I know so many of you are so super aware and so in tune with life, love, the world around you. And there's still something quite comforting about having someone you trust do a reading for you. So I just wish to say, from my heart to yours, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me, because I know that you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't ask me to read for you unless you did trust me. And I appreciate that very much. Just the same as I wouldn't ask my friend Barry to read for me unless I trusted him. And there's very few, like I said, there's very few instances where I've ever asked somebody formally to read for me. Part of it is a confidence in knowing I know the possibilities, but also the other part of it for me is that I also am very keenly aware on how any of our choices can make a massive difference with the possibilities moving forward. So it's like, I don't like to do necessarily readings that are more than 3 to 4 months in advance, because it can get a little bit murky when you start getting further and further out, which is why when I do my Christmas camping and I go and I do my readings for myself for the year, that's me pushing my own boundaries, seeing, okay, how are we going with all of this? Where is it tracking? That's my own little experiment with me. But anyway, so Tamara said, I've created a doorway to my next level by finally releasing myself from a responsibility that was not mine to carry. Yes. Well done. I'm so glad you feel free. That is amazing. What a fantastic result, Tamara. I'm so bloody proud of you. Yes. That is excellent. I am so, so happy for you. Oh, that just makes my heart so happy. Ah, right. Oh, what a great week we've got coming up. I could kind of tell anyway because it's a new moon. New moon energy is awesome. Even though we are still in the lovely Mercury retrograde. So with that in mind, be patient with your technology. Be patient with, other people on the road, because if other people on the road are also dealing with their technology, they might be feeling a little bit frustrated. So keep that in mind. However, the energies are going to keep ramping up, which is so super cool. So your first card for the week to come, remembering, just have a listen. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's no matter. This will be relevant to somebody who's listening, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be you. Our first one for tonight is Pearl, which is connect to the divine. Now, of course, if you guys have been listening very carefully, you will notice that there is a thread of what that is that has been woven through this show for probably the last at least 2 years running. And the divine is your inner higher the part that gives you the spark of you. You are your own divine. You are the universe is within you. You are stardust. You are the maker of all the possibilities in your life. And when you really connect deeply, which is why I so often end up taking you guys to theta, because theta is the place where you are connecting to your higher self. Some people like to call it the universe. Some people like to call it creator. Some people just call it the seventh plane of existence where magic and possibilities exist. It's all within you, though, because if it wasn't, there we go. Remember how I just said about Mercury retrograde and having patience? Thank you for having the patience while my internet does weird and wacky things. I appreciate you guys. All right, so remember, connect to your inner self, connect to your higher self, connect to the world around you, and remember, you are the universe, you are the divine. Okay. I was like, I shouldn't have mentioned Mercury retrograde. That was silly of me. Hi. Funny. I bet you that little message was, hey, you froze. No, it wasn't. It's like, yes, I'm aware. Right. Second card for the week to come. We have lavender. Funny, I've actually felt lavender to be very full in my world today. Like I really, really wish to grow some lavender here. I've realized that today again. It's popped in and out several times since I've lived here, but today it was like really bush, and I was looking at my native bush, I don't know what it is, and my carnations, and I've got some bulbs out there. I'm not sure what they are, but they're popping up at the moment too. And I'm like, lavender. I'd really like to get some lavender. So I might have to go for a little tiki tour tomorrow. So yes, lavender connects to body, mind, and soul. So this is in addition to the sun, right? It's asking you to go that little bit further, but connect all of these things in, right? So there's the being that makes you you. There's your higher self. There's your oversoul. The divine is part of the oversoul and the higher self. They're both in there. And this one here, talking about mind, body, and soul, right? That's you too. You can always take Marit's example, and she's sitting alone in the cabin in Finland. So have a think about that. Like, how beautiful to sit in a cabin by the lake and living vicariously through you, Marit. So connect in with your body this week. You're going to have some potentially big moments this week where your body is maybe going to give you some pretty loud messages, and that's your indication to pause, breathe, stop, listen deeply, instead of just going, oh, I've got a headache, I've got to chuck some Disprin or Panadol or Nurofen or Tylenol or whatever the heck you choose, right? Instead of doing that, ask your body, what is it trying to tell you? How is it so stressed? What is it so stressed about? Is it stressed because you haven't drunk enough water? Is it simply just dehydrated? Is it stressed because maybe you've drunk a bunch of or eaten a bunch of stuff that it doesn't like? Is it stressed because of the situation that you're in, the people you're around? Perhaps it was like Tamara, where she had to find her voice. And, that could be something that can cause stress in the body too. But the body will start whispering before it starts screaming. So take this as your little bit of a, what is it? The RX thingy from the doctor. Your prescription for this week to come. And I think that's relevant for everybody. Tune in with your body, please. And if you do this and you fine-tune some things and remove some stresses, guess what happens? You attract abundance. Because what do you know? You're no longer that stressed. And isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful to not be quite so stressed? And so if you're not stressed, you can actually welcome in the abundance. The abundance doesn't necessarily always mean money. It can mean an abundance of gifts. It can mean an abundance of people inviting you around for meals or spending time, an abundance of company. It can mean an abundance of all sorts of things. So the more happy you are, the easier it is, and more peaceful you are, the easier it is for people to gift to you. Okay? And guess what else? Because when you're also receiving all that lovely abundance, guess what else happens? You discover your sparkle, your brilliance. And there's a lot of that happening right now. I watched a beautiful video that was shared with me from Lee. What's his last name? Melinda? Can you remember what his last name was? I don't want to have to go back and find it. Anyway, It's a dude called Lee. And he was saying this month is a big shift for a lot of people. And there's a lot of people who are waking up. And for some, it's scary. For others, it's sort of more of a confirmation. It's like, oh, now it finally makes sense. But for those who are struggling with it a little bit, have some compassion, shine your brilliance, because here's the thing. You shining your brilliance and you being a sparkly, bubbly, happy, calm person that you be, when you're in your peaceful space, that can sometimes be the catalyst for somebody else finding their brilliance and their sparkle and their eye-opening to see beyond the veil. And that's just so super cool. Super duper cool. So what an exciting week we've got coming up. But the key here is you've got to connect with your divine, your mind, body, and soul. They're going to all be speaking fairly strongly this week. Okay? Let's have a look at our yummy card. There we go. We got heart. How beautiful is that? So listen to your heart. Be in your heart this week, and everything will be all right. Yay. Happy days, happy days. Okay. In other fun news, as you guys know, the meditations are continuing to be released. So this week we have had Deep Grounding and Consolidation of the Day was released on Monday, and Rebalance Masculine and Feminine Polarity was released this week on Wednesday. So that's really exciting. And I love doing these meditations and bringing them forward for you guys, because here's the thing. They don't age, really. And as I just said, there are people out there who are just waking up, who require this kind of support, who require to know that there's somewhere they can go to go on a journey, and it's going to be, potentially healing, potentially easeful for them, and something that they don't have to think too hard about. And it's free. So enjoy. If you haven't checked out the meditation over on YouTube, I encourage you to do so. Throughout the month of August, and the couple of weeks that I'll be away, I think it's about 3 weeks I'm off, I will have a meditation coming through each of those ones that I'm away for. So you can still tune in, and I'll put it at exactly the same time as normal Find You Fridays, so you can have a little listen. I may even pre-record the weekly reading for the first one, so you still get a little bit of me in there, and then you can enjoy a pre-recorded show and a little bit of a meditation, and still have some yumminess, even though I'll be on the other side of the world. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's in August. So we've still got a few more weeks yet. What is it? 1, 2, including today's show. We still have 4 to go. So don't panic. Don't panic. Alrighty. Tamara, my sweet, who is going to play with you today? Ooh. Gosh, this one hasn't been out in quite some time. I do love how your team enjoys playing with the cards that I don't show very often. It's super fun. I like it. And thank you again so much for sharing your big win of the week. Like, wow, that's so cool. So, fun fact. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but in Ireland, when you see a cable knit jumper like this one, each family has a specific design. Traditionally, each family has a specific design that is for them. And each of those designs were a way for families, when their husbands were out fishing, to identify the bodies if their loved one fell overboard and died. And maybe they washed up on the shore, and then somebody could actually they'd see that jumper, like the knitted jumper, and they'd go, oh, I know what family that's from. And off they'd take the person to that family. So the interesting thing is, I don't know which family this one belongs to, but this is literally Irish wool made in Ireland. Like, this jumper is made in Ireland, and it is super lovely and warm. And it's interesting. I haven't really been able to wear woolen jumpers until just recently. I don't know what's changed about me. Or maybe it's my tolerance to the slight itch of the wool, but I always tend to wear a long sleeve underneath anyway. But even my long sleeve is merino, and then we've got this, which is, Irish wool. So interesting. But yes, fun fact for you, each family has their own pattern that is crafted into their jumpers. Did you know that? I'm curious. Ooh, okay. Oh my Lord. Okay. This is definitely a deck that I don't play with very often. It was gifted to me by the beautiful, lovely Melinda. And it is the Akashic Tarot. So let me just, because Tamara, let's just say you're fucking rocking it. From what I'm looking at here, I'm like going, poor, she's pulling some big bloody energies this week. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So okay, just bear with me. Okay. All right, so your first card is birth. Woohoo! The sun shines upon a plain in England where stands an ancient henge in the distance and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic ongum letter Beith, which represents the birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket while two children run happily towards her. With this card, it's time for a new start, perhaps an actual birth or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and your past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's a labor that bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be a new energy in romance, the family, or in the home. It could be giving birth to a creative project too. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come. So the Akashic force on this one, close your eyes and imagine yourself stepping into the proverbial pregnant moment. Feel the creative forces popping and sparkling within and around you. What would you like to create with this energy? How beautiful. I love that. Absolutely love that. And you've already touched on it already. So whatever has now, as you said, the doorway has been opened. So step on through. Step on through, because it might be a little bit uncomfortable. As you know, childbirth is. However, you are ready. And now is the time, which is so super cool. All right, let me grab the next one. As I said, as soon as I looked at these cards, I'm like, you are absolutely going to be rocking it. You're pulling some very, very, very big energies this week. And that's nothing to be scared of. It's awesome. And it's a testament to the incredible work that you've been doing recently. So well done. Keep going. Righty-ho. The next one we have is the Queen of Scrolls. Okay. A beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind who you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. Hello! She could be a teacher to you in some way or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and a readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. So if you want to work with the Queen of Scrolls, close your eyes and feel the Queen of Scrolls approach. As she hands you a scroll, your greater mind awakens. Feel sparkling brilliance there. How cool is that? So the other thing that I'm getting from this is she's being a beautiful guide for you. And if you look, she's actually got a very bright gem sparkle in the middle of her third eye. So she's very intuitive. She knows the future. obviously, being the Queen of Scrolls and all. She's the master of the scrolls, and it is time for you also to continue to embrace your element of being the master of your own scrolls, of your own destiny, and to keep going and stepping forward. All right. Where do you fellas fit in? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh dear. Gotta love it when your fingers touch the wrong keys. Okay. Your next one. Archangel Raphael. How cool is he looking? He's heart-centered, big time. Archangel Raphael walks down a path and approaches you, sharing his healing, uplifting light. He is a profoundly loving spirit who has an important role in bringing the Akashic power to you. This beautiful being carries the energies of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. He can share all these intentions and experiences with you and more. Of all the archangels, Raphael most often comes in the guise of a human. This card can indicate that helpful others may be attending you now. It also portends to a time of great achievement in your personal life. And Raphael is opening the door. Blessings abound with this card upright. There may be a renewal of a lost dream, a reuniting of family members, or a healing, perhaps, of a physical condition or of a broken heart. Even if these conditions have been hanging on for a while, now is a time you can really break through. Let Raphael be your partner in this process, and you'll soon see why they call him the miracle worker. Ooh. Oh, I love that. I just read this and I'm just like, wee! Okay. So everybody close your eyes. I'm going to do this quickly with us all. Take a big deep breath. Hand out. And open yourself to the presence and touch of Archangel Raphael, who stands beside you now. Take another big deep breath and feel your whole self filled with the healing energy of boundless love. Every cell, every thought, every moment vibrates with the radiant power and love of Raphael. Oh, dear. Oh, that feels great. Thank you, Raphael. Clearly, you're on the self-love train, and I adore you, and I freaking love the fact that that's happening for you this week. Remember the card of abundance? All right. So, your almost last card. Archangel Gabriel. I was shuffling, honest. Gabriel is the divine messenger, an archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as two gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. On his chest, he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. How interesting. We're in Mercury retrograde. Huh. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, It indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now, and you will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabrielle to inspire you and let yourself sing out. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Go, Gabrielle. All right, you ready for this one? Close your eyes again. Really take that big deep breath and feel the Archangel Gabriel step before you. He places his hand upon your shoulder and he fills you with the will to express your words. Actually, maybe he's touching your throat. Wherever Gabriel's touch goes, cool. What do you wish to share and with whom? Interesting. And sometimes it's what do you wish to share with yourself? How beautiful. So like I said, you've got some pretty potent and powerful cards and people coming to help you this week coming. The birth card, where it's like, yes, it's an acknowledgement of exactly how far you've come, what you've done this week, and also the lovely opening into your next stages of life and your expansion and, you know, your consciousness. You've got the Queen of Scrolls, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel. So jeepers creepers, you've got some big heart energy, big healing energy, lots of communication with your Akash, which is your higher self, etc. Girl, you're gonna be getting there. Jeepers. Powerful week for you. And the funniest thing is, before you go into, oh my God, what is that going to look like? It's going to be a week, what I'm getting, the sense that I'm getting here is it's going to be a week where you walk out of it going, fuck yeah, that was a great week. And it won't necessarily be any one major thing. It'll be lots of little accumulative moments, and it'll be just like, and every single one will just feel better and bigger. And the more you honor it, the more you acknowledge it and go, yeah, I'm bloody grateful for that, or I'm grateful for that because rah-de-rah. Or like this evening, I was putting on my makeup, right? And I looked into the mirror and I popped a little, wing on my eyes. And I went, oh, beautiful. Didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh, beautiful. And then it wasn't until I walked into because I did that in the bathroom and then walked back into the bedroom and I went, I just said I was beautiful. How good is that? And it's those little accumulative moments where you're very aware of your words and making sure that they're positive to the point where it becomes so normal for you to just speak positively about yourself. How cool. Joyous. Enjoy being joyous this week because, like you said, you feel free. Enjoy it. Enjoy it to the freaking fullest big hugs to you. And I hope you have a fabulous week. Thank you so much, Tamara, for your continued support here over on Friday Fridays. I'm so incredibly grateful for you. And I feel so lucky. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your reading for this week. And yes, it is very exciting. Exciting indeed. And thank you for hauling out the cards that haven't been played with for a little while. How did I know? Because there was a layer of dust on the top of the box. I'm sorry, cards. Okie dokie. Edwina, your turn, my love. What is your question? It has been a very, very long time coming. I agree. But you've kept plugging away at it, so that's pretty bloody cool. The effort is paying off. Okay. Edwina. Interesting. Sorry, guys, I've got to really watch what I'm doing because I've got a deck of cards that are not a normal shape. And they're not easy. They're not easy to shuffle. But apparently Edwina's team would like to play with these, so that's cool. I just go where your team asks me to, and if that's the way that they feel the messages, then that's where I will go. Yes. No. Okay. I think Tamara has had these cards as well, and she will understand what I mean. Okay. So something that I've been quietly watching this week is, I don't know if you guys remember, some of you might, a TV series called Extreme Makeovers Home Edition with Ty Pennington and then all the other cast of characters. And quite often they chose families that were like really in desperate need for one reason or another. And okay, is that it for this card? Yeah. Okay, cool. I saw a combined, like they're tending to put 2 episodes into one thing on the YouTube, and they're kind of trimming them down and cutting it a bit weird. But the episode that I watched this week that just, oh my goodness, it had me in tears so ridiculously amount was it was for a family where mum and dad were both deaf. Their son was born blind and had autism, and So that's the younger of the son, and the older son is no deaf, no blind, no autism, no nothing. And they had like, right toward as the family comes home, they've got like 5,000 or 2,000 people standing up on the street. And they didn't want to overwhelm the autistic son, but they also wanted to make sure everybody could show their support. And they had everybody do that, which is the deaf way of clapping your hands and celebrating and cheering. And it was the most beautiful thing, because the youngest son was he was pretty excited, but he's a little bit overwhelmed because he knew that his house was not going to be the same as it was before. And as we know, autistic ones love consistency. They don't deal too terribly well with change. So, but he was so happy, and you should have seen him. You built him this huge swing. And the youngest son just loved it. His name was Lance. And, I tell you, boom, straight into my heart. Because I'm like, here's a family who just love each other so, so much. And the eldest son was just trying to do his best, but he also wanted to keep going with his career too, as in he wanted to go to college and he wanted to do his higher education. Oh man. So if you need a little moment to release some stress out of your eyeballs, because sometimes it's the only way to get rid of cortisol out of your system is to have a jolly good cry, I highly recommend that show. It was like, I used to love watching Queer Eye, the makeover show, for that same reason. It would always make me cry, and I felt good afterwards. All right. So the cards that I'm was struggling to play with is called the Lover's Oracle. And I thought to myself, that's an interesting one to choose, but okay. So Edwina, here we go. Your first card is this beautiful one here, which says, Secret Admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And immediately what I'm getting with this card is the fact that somebody is holding back their softness from you. That it is somebody that you already know. It's actually not a secret admirer. I just was honoring of the card, right? So the sense that I'm getting is that there's somebody that you're struggling with at the moment, and it's somebody that you love deeply. But this person is like I see this big old wall sitting there, and they're sitting behind that wall, and they're kind of doing that whole thing of, that I love you. Why do I need to say it? That kind of thing. And it's like, but for you, you kind of need to hear that. And it would be very comforting to you to hear that. And yet they're not expressing that. So whoever this is for you, just please know that they do love you very, very much. They're just not very good with their words. And it would be lovely if they were, but they're not. And they're not, they're just, they're being a big old curmudgeon. That's a good word for it. All right. So that leads into the next card, which is this one here. And it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay? So that is absolutely spot on for any situation in life. And I would just highly recommend that before you make any more bigger decisions, just I think they're talking about more than just what to have for dinner, but even maybe something as simple as that. Maybe you've had a bit of a fight, so you turn around and, I don't know, say for example, if it was your lovely husband, you've had a fight, and then out of that sort of spitey type thing, you turn around and cook for dinner the one thing he hates. I don't recommend. But equally, if it is your husband, or maybe even your kids, there's actually a bit of lightness with that one too. Be true to you. Be true to be true to what you know is going to create more for the future. Because when we go against our inner knowing, that's when the trouble happens. That's when the universe has to do a really big course correct. And that can happen through multitudes of ways. It can happen through health reasons or health issues. It can happen through incidents that happen out in the big wide world. It can happen, there's loads of different ways. It can happen financially, all sorts. It might happen through an interaction with another person. More often than not, though, a course correct will happen through your own body. And that's a moment for you to stop, look, and listen, basically. Okay. So please keep tapping into your heart. Keep tapping into what you know is true for you and what's going to create more in the overall sense, and you'll be okay. Here we go. Aww. I wish the back was that pretty. All right. The back says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with wishing to grow and learn and expand and keeping on that same trajectory for yourself. Nothing wrong with that at all. When we weaponize our growth against someone else, though, that actually takes you backwards rather than forwards, because then you're being judgmental. It's so much more inviting when you share these places of growth with excitement, So it's that whole thing of, when I was learning to run bars, which is the body process that's run on the head, and there's a couple of different ways people go through, and I fortunately didn't do too much of the pushing, but there was the occasional moment when I was first learning, and then I realized that's not a good way to do it. What I would then do, because people get resistant for when you tell them that they should do something a certain way, right? However, when I started telling people using my genuine excitement about what's been changing for me because I've been getting my bars run, they were then, oh, really? I'd like to try that. And I'm like, oh, would you? Sure. I'd love to do that for you. I know how to do that. So it's that good old adage, you can catch more, was it more bears with honey than vinegar? More bees, more bears. So just be mindful of where you might be slipping into judgment and criticism rather than the excitement and getting curious of what can happen with these new ventures. Okay. Now, thank you. They are lovely cards. They were, yeah, when did they come in? I think they came into the collection last year. So that's pretty cool. But they are very difficult to shuffle. Very difficult indeed. Because they want to just keep rolling out all sorts of directions. Okay. Interesting. We have, this is from the Mystique of Magdalene. Okay. So this is Queen of the Sun. Nothing is lost that cannot be found. What you perceive is gone may be retrieved if sought, bearing in mind that lost items may change form, appearance, or condition. The story of Isis and Osiris parallels the story of Mary Magdalene and Jeshua, as do the stories of Inanna and Dumuzi and Aphrodite and Adonis. The death of the Solar King and the bride searching the earth to bring him back was a well-known narrative in ancient times. Osiris was murdered by his brother and his body cut up and dispersed. Isis, to give a more modern take, gathered the pieces of her beloved until she had enough of Osiris's DNA to clone him and make him a son, Horus. This is not far-fetched as it sounds for highly evolved beings who are far ahead in science and molecular biology. Both Isis and Horus are depicted with wings in art and sculpture, a well-known symbol for beings who descended from the heavens. By around the 3rd century BCE, the worship of Isis had spread from Egypt to Rome. Initiation into the cult of Isis involved a symbolic death and resurrection. The priestess anointed the initiate in an enactment of death of Osiris. So the priestess, the bride, anointed the initiate in a reenactment of the death of Osiris, the Solar King, and his return to the corporal world. This ceremony mirrored in the sacred marriage and fertility rituals. Be open in your search. When you find what you seek, accept its transformation. Change may be the only constant, but it is often hard to adjust to. Persevere and embrace change in its current configuration. Okay, so be open in your search when you find what you seek, accept its transformation. Change may be the only constant, but it is often hard to adjust to. Persevere and embrace the change in its current configuration. Yes, I repeated that last bit again. All right, and the reason for that is sometimes the things that are causing you pain are just ways that you are denying your own truth. Okay. Now, that truth can also be something that is tracked way, 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 way back. And it can go back to your childhood, can go back to how your parents raised you, how they interacted with each other, that may have gotten ingrained in your mind. It can be flowing down through the DNA, and that maybe it's not the interaction of your parents that you're drawing on. It may be the interaction of your grandparents or your great-grandparents or something like that. And when you think about it like that, it makes it even wider, right? So if you've got your parents and then you've got their parents, so that's 2, and then you've got another 4, and then you've got another 8 on top of that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different versions of DNA. And that's just in that 3 generations, as well as your own take on things, all coming together to create this mush mush of how, and that's just those 3. I'm not even going to start talking about all the rest. You can understand why sometimes our point of view and our belief systems on how relationships are supposed to work, or the ways that we've decided that they will work, are a little bit screwy. And sometimes we get a little bit stuck in what we think we know, even if that is a traumatic way, that to try and do anything different feels almost too hard. What this card is asking you to do, again, is coming back to yourself and to know what's true in your heart. Not up here. Come back to your heart. Because it was only the fact that she was sitting in her heart, that Isis was sitting in her heart, that she was able to bring those parts of Osiris back together. She was the lead in that way, leading from her heart. So this is an invitation for you to also lead from your heart, okay? Because the more you do that, the easier it's going to be for you moving forwards. Maybe just moving in general. Okay. It's better. All right. Respect is your word for this week. I would also like to say they wish to put self on the front of that. The self-respect, it's that whole thing of, like I was saying before, of when you're feeling excited and bringing that energy to the table rather than criticism and judgment, you're respecting yourself too, and your own inner knowing of what's actually going to bring you joy moving forward. Okay. So keep in your heart. Be very mindful of your words and your thoughts and what they are co-creating together, and stay truth. If you haven't read the 4 Agreements yet, it's a fairly quick book by Miguel Ruiz. Highly recommend it. It's a good book to read. The summary of that, the 4 Agreements, is to be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. That's the summary. And the book goes into much greater detail on how all of that can be taken. So thank you, Edwina, for your beautiful amazing contribution. You're so generous, and I'm super duper grateful for you and for your continued support and trusting me to read for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm incredibly grateful. Have a good week, okay? Nilla, I was in Oslo and I came to Country City where I was on exchange student. I was indecisive where to spend the weekend. It's my birthday on Saturday. I now decided to stay. Is it a good decision, or can you tell me what can I expect? Oh, how interesting. What a fascinating question. Oh, you're welcome, Edwina. I appreciate you so much. I really do. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed my pretty necklace here. This here, I'll actually take it off. And then I'll jump into Nella's reading. Which way is it? There we go. Ouch. There we go. That's easier. All right. I actually made this back in the day. And what is on the pendant there? You see that? Isn't that just so cool? I give you all 3 guesses. What do you think this is made of? What do you think it is? And then I'm going to jump over into Nella's question. Right. Who wishes to come and play with Nella? I knew it. Okay. Back. You didn't see? Oh gosh, then I'll have to take it off again. I'm shuffling cards now. If you all need to have another look at the necklace, I will do that shortly. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes. Thank you. All right. So truth. Hang on. Where are you? Nighty night, Melinda. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you for being here. Okay, so truth. What will it create if Nella stays where she is? Truth. What will it create if she cruises away from here? Yeah, no. You're good to stay where you are for now. All right. So the pendulum says, stay where you are. Now, for some extra guidance. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. The third, but these other two came out as well. So this is what I'm going to read to you. Take from it what you will. I find these cards to be, these are from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. They're very insightful, and it's super interesting what they come forward with. So I'll read it out to you, and this will give you some other insight as to what sorts of things you could be working on, not necessarily this weekend, but perhaps even this next week or two and moving forward. Okay, so it's a bit of guidance for you. We've got crown games to start off with. This is to do with leadership, responsibility, accountability, and right use of power. There is a game of power. It concerns who has it and who doesn't, how to get more of it and not to lose that which you have, how to wield it wisely and not get drunk with it and cause harm. These are the matters you require to ponder now that you find yourself in the crown game too. You want to be on top, the best, the most effective, the most beloved. You may discover that you have a deep desire to help others, as disguising the underpinnings of this complex game. Power and all it entails can be both dangerous and productive, destructive and redemptive. Which will it be for you? Can you forgive without condoning and keep your dignity when challenged? Will you be accountable, amenable to change or making amends? Can you let go of your need to rescue others? Lead with humility while letting others discover their way home. Now you're learning that empowerment comes with a price and a sacrifice for sovereignty. This is a time to pick your battles, use strategy, and temper your reactions. You have the power to make a beautiful difference on behalf of others. Can you see the power as currency that you must spend judiciously? True power is stewarded wisely, for it is given from the divine, not from the ego. In all your relations, the greatest beauty is when the power is shared. If you are in a higher position, it's even more important to be kind and respectful. Ask for guidance. It'll come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. When you stop caring about who wears the crown, true success and influence appears for you. Okay? So while you're out and about, be mindful where you could actually be overriding others rather than allowing them to contribute to you as well. Be part of the team, not part of the me. Okay? As I said, this might not be relevant for right this weekend, but it might be more relevant for some periods of time to come. The next one that we've got for you is the lay of the land, which is to do with past lessons, being well informed, and ancestral wisdom. There are times when you're meant to discover and explore new terrain in your life. even to be part of the wave of change. This is one of those times, and what you've been contemplating is perhaps new to you, but others have laid well-worn paths and left wisdom for you to rely and reflect upon. This is so you have a better understanding of the potentials and possible pitfalls on your journey. When you know the lay of the land, you are better able to fully experience what is being offered to you. This is a wonderful time to seek a mentor or good advice from an expert or elder. That way, you'll be able to meet life's opportunities and challenges well informed. Knowing you have a map, you can now be curious about what else is here. This is a path that promises success in all areas. Where others before you have dared to tread, you will discover the treasure they have left behind for you to make your own. All right? That's quite an exciting thing. But really what it's saying there is ask. Open your waha, which is Māori for mouth, and ask. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. If you're curious or confused or something, ask. It's okay to ask a question. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for guidance. And, whatever it's that good old adage of, even when you're job hunting and things like that, it's not what you know necessarily, it's who you know. And given that I'm in a smaller city, that's very relevant. And I come from a small country and it's still relevant. So definitely ask the advice of others. And even if you just sort of ask the advice and then follow your own path, at least if somebody else can share with you the possible pitfalls, perhaps you can avoid them and still have a really great time. Okay. Now on to the last card that really had me going, In fact, I almost only read that one for you, but we will see. How interesting. So the first card was obviously talking about community. The second card was talking about humility. The third card is talking about deep quiet, meditation, stillness, and clarity. When deep quiet appears, it is a message from the cosmos calling you to stillness, to step outside the concerns of your everyday life. This does not mean to slow down and take a breath, although that is a good start. The cosmos is inviting you to go deep, to that place where the noise stops and there is only the vast emptiness of inner space. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. Listen to the small, still voice. Remember that you wish to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down and you don't have the time and the inclination or the money for a retreat. Do not let any of those reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, you will find that the world can get along quite well without the need for you to manage it. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with the stillness, the clarity, and the spaciousness offered by the silence. So, I'm not too sure on the geography of where you are, but after you've had a fabulous weekend and enjoy partying and doing whatever it is that you're going to do for your birthday, happy birthday, by the way, after you've done all that, book in some time, some quiet time for you, okay? Book in a space where, and do it now before all the busyness happens, okay? Because otherwise what happens, because this card has come up, if you don't do it now before all the busyness happens, your body will crack the shits. That's Aussie term for it might cause a problem. And it's you have to do it after all the busyness. If you can, please get out into nature where you can just go and be quiet and meditate and be still and breathe and listen to the birds and the trees and all of that sort of stuff, okay? So please make sure you book in that time. Yeah, it's important. It's part of why when I come back from Canada, I've taken the rest of that week off. So I'm not going to work again until a week later. Your frequency is your card to just be aware of. So be very finely tuned to how your body is feeling, reacting, even when you're out and about. That's very much all three cards. It's your frequency of your body. It doesn't mean you can't go out and party and have fun with people and do all that sort of stuff. It's not saying that at all. It's saying just be aware. Be aware of your highs and your lows so that you can be the commander of your own energy frequencies and make adjustments as required. Okay. So that is excellent. Thank you very much for your donation. I'm super duper grateful for you, and have a fabulous birthday. Go out there and do something jolly tasty and fun for yourself, okay? So grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All righty. I do like it when those cards come out. They're really cool. So pretty. So pretty. Okie dokie. Okay. I think that was everybody. Let me just, for now anyway. Yep. Brilliant. Brillianto. Love it. Okie dokie. Let us take that one off for now. I think we might just do a meditation, hey? Let me just... let me have a wee think, Lorene. Let's just tune in to where everything is going to go, how beautiful this planet is, and what does we and the collective require at the moment. Okay, cool. Gosh, I love it when the words come into my brain. It's so good. I appreciate it very much. All right. So where we're going today is drawing on this beautiful card. I kept it out, the lavender card, Connect to Mind, Body, and Soul. And this is especially for the ones who are awakening at the moment, but also for those of us who have been on our journey and we're into our next awakening and the next layer, our next upgrade, all of that sort of stuff. And sometimes we get a little bit wobbly in trusting our own self and our own intuition. So what I heard is trust in self, and that is what we are requiring to work on. And the way that we do that is by connecting to mind, body, and soul. So what I'm getting at this point is that some of you out there who are listening to this now and into the future are experiencing blocks in being able to connect to yourself and to trust in yourself. So that is what we're going to work on today. So please close your eyes and take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, relax your body. Place your hands in your lap, just nice and relaxed. Relax your shoulders, and your back, and your belly, your legs, your feet. And finally, relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Relax your throat. Relax your eyes. And now as you bring another big deep breath in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. Bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother. Bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Tuning in with your body. Become aware of the cells of your body. Go down further, see the molecules of your body. Go down further to the atomic level. And go even further. And you'll see that you have the universe within you. If you look around, you can see open space, infinite possibilities, and the wonder of the fact that your body is vibrating at just the right level to make you appear solid, even though you have so much space in you, a whole universe inside of you. If they could figure us out, if we were simple creatures, the scientists would have figured us all out within 12 months. But you think about it, how long have they been studying the human body, and they are finding new things all the time. We are complex, incredible creatures. Now expanding out your awareness in a big bubble all around you, with you in the center, expanding out your awareness beyond the building that you're in or the space you're in, expanding out your awareness out beyond the country you're on, beyond the planet. And it's very normal if you yawn then. It's acknowledgement of the other people who are also doing this work. And the spaciousness that is created when you get yourself and at least one other person to do this with you. Expanding out your awareness out beyond the planets, our solar system, the galaxy, the universes. Beautiful. And now focusing on the body once more, grabbing your sense of allowance and expanding that out. Expanding out your sense of allowance. Your body knows what to do. Your higher self knows what to do. So just follow along. And having your sense of allowance expanded out gives you the space to see the energies as they truly are, and places you in a space of being able to respond rather than react. Expanding out your allowance greater than your body, greater than the country, greater than the planet, greater than the solar system, greater than the galaxies and the universes, and greater than your awareness. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to head up to theta now, so we can do this work. Imagine that there is a bright white opalescent light shining into your heart, moving down your body, going through your feet, down into Mother Earth, curling around the center of Mother Earth, and then moving all the way back up again, all the way through your feet, your legs, up through your torso, and out the top of your head. Beautiful. Now it creates a big bubble above your head. And now imagine that you're inside that bubble. And now you're floating up higher and higher through the golden light, through the pink, through the bubble, rainbow, fluffy rainbow clouds, through the pink misty clouds, through to the big opening of the seventh plane. Move through that opening till you're completely surrounded by the bright white light. Taking a big breath in, and as you breathe out, the bubble around you dissolves. Taking another big deep breath in, this time bringing the unconditional love, which is all around you in that bright white opalescent light, in through your body. And as you breathe out, any stress, strain, anything, any energies which are no longer serving you will be released. If you want to hang on to those energies, you're welcome to. This is a lovely time just to let go of any energies no longer serving you. Beautiful. Now we've been invited today to connect with our mind, body, and soul. And right in this moment, you're doing all three. Well done. And now let's go further. When we connect with our mind, body, and soul, and we continue to do that, we build self-trust. Trust in our intuition, trust in our gut instincts, trust in our feminine and masculine energies. Trust in knowing what we see and perceive in the exterior world to us, and to see beyond the lies, see beyond the masks and all the plays. And have the confidence to then choose from that place of intuitive knowing. Sometimes, though, we've absorbed little blocks that are preventing us from doing that. So now imagine that there is beautiful lavender light, and it is swirling around your feet. This beautiful lavender light is also having a little hint of that unconditional love flowing through it as well, giving it a little bit of a sparkle. And now we're going to ask for that lavender light to remove, eliminate, eradicate, release, cleanse and clear from the body from any places and spaces within the body that you're willing to let go of now. Anywhere that there are blocks to you perceiving, knowing, being and receiving your inner truth and your connection between your mind, body and spirit. The sparkling lavender light now moves through your toes, through your feet, through your ankles, eliminating and eradicating any blocks from those areas, through your shins and your calves, through your knees, your thighs, your pelvis, through all your reproductive organs, through all your cells and molecules, all the way out to your outer edges of your skin, through your tailbone, moving up through your belly, your lower spine, your back, all the way up, removing all of those blocks from your mind, body, and spirit. Anywhere, any blocks that are preventing you from having an easy flow between all of those aspects. Anything that's preventing you from having ease and trust in your intuition, your knowing. That beautiful sparkling lavender light continues to move up gently through all of your internal organs, through your lungs, your digestive system, through your ribs, all your muscles, through your heart, your shoulders, your chest, through your clavicle, down your arms, through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers, all the way out to your fingertips. That beautiful lavender, sparkling lavender light goes up through your throat and your neck, removing any blocks that you have from speaking and knowing your truth between your mind, body, and spirit. That beautiful, sparkling lavender light moves through your jaw, your gums, your teeth, your tongue, your nose, your eyes, your ears, your cheeks, your forehead, your skull, your brain, your subconscious and conscious mind, all the way out to the very tips of your hair. And now that we've cleansed and cleared the actual body, we're now going to move into your etheric side of your body. So now the beautiful lavender, sparkling lavender light is going to clear out any blocks or stuck or stagnant energy from your chakra centers, from the ones above your head, all the way up through your 7 major chakras and all the others in between, the ones that go across your body, down into your hands, down through your legs to the ones below your feet. And now that lavender, beautiful sparkly lavender light is going to expand out from within your body and above and below your body through all of your auric fields, cleansing and clearing all of your auric fields of anything that is preventing you from having a deep trust in your own self, in your own knowing, your own intuition. Doesn't mean that you cannot ask for others' assistance or contribution. Of course you can, and it is welcomed. But it's also about knowing who to ask. That is going to be the greatest contribution to you, and not a degradation of you. Beautiful. That lavender light is moving out through all of your auric fields now. Beyond, beyond, beyond. And now we're being invited to receive a beautiful golden light showering all over us. The light of golden abundance as we open to receiving our inner knowing and our beautiful connection of our mind, body, and spirit. The golden rain of abundance is flowing all over our skin, all the way through to our tippy toes and our fingertips. And as we open to receiving our inner knowing and our inner connection and our insight and our intuition, and having the confidence to trust all of that, the abundance can now float to us, and we can also gift it out. We can also shine abundance. an abundance of smiles, an abundance of joyousness, an abundance of kindness and caring and honoring of others as well as ourselves. Taking care of ourselves as well, if not better, than what we take care of other people, but at least the same. For we cannot give of an empty cup. Beautiful. With the biggest, hugest smiles on our faces, we come up into this prayer of namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And our hearts are open and we feel lighter today without the heaviness of holding on to all of those blocks which were preventing us from having the most gorgeously abundant, peaceful, honoring life that we could possibly desire. Full of intuition, conscious intuition and knowing and self-trust. Beautiful. Now let's float down from the theta plane, down through the pink misty clouds and the rainbow jelly light clouds, back through to your current time and place, feeling lighter and more confident and more able than ever before to love yourself and to speak your truth and to honor both your mind and body with the knowing of your spirit. Imagine that you're standing underneath a big, beautiful crystalline waterfall now, and that water is flowing over and through your body all the way down, just washing away any other little fragments of energies which are ready to go now. Now stepping out onto the big, warm river rock, warmed by Father Sky and Mother Earth coming together beautifully. You feel the warmth underneath your feet. Take a big, deep breath in. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Breathing in, bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Breathing out, bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. When you're ready, open your eyes. Please have some water now. Some self-care and nurturing whenever we do energetic work like that, and especially when we're releasing blocks and doing healing, deep healing. We use a lot of salt and water out of our system. So please take the time and have some water with a little bit of salt in it. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. So, until I see you next time, please get out there, do something tasty for yourself. And until I see you then, be bold, be brave, and be you, my beautiful friends. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.